Hey guys, my name is Bridget and today we are going to be discussing the Insurgent movie. Can you see how dauntless I am with my jacket and stuff? Yeah. I saw this. I saw it the Thursday before it came out on Friday. And I saw it at like 11 o'clock. I went and it was really awesome and I really liked it. And then I saw it again on Friday because this friend and my mom, they wanted to go see it because they've actually read it and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I'll go see it again. Like, why not? So then I went to see it again on Friday. And overall, I would give it a 90%. I really enjoyed it. Got a tattoo on for it. I know some people say that they didn't like it at all because it didn't really follow the book. I really enjoyed it. I remembered things from the book as they happened because I haven't read the book since last year. I've read it over a year ago. I finished it on like the last day of 2013. So it's been over a year since I've read Insurgent. So I don't remember everything as in detail as some other people may, but I remembered the things happening as they were going on in the film. So I did like that because I was like, oh yeah, I remember this happening in the book. That was good. It was sort of funny and weird when I saw everyone coming back together to be like in the Divergent sort of world, because I'd seen them act in other things since I've seen Divergent. Like I saw Ansel Elgort and Shailene Woodley in The Fault in Our Stars, and the other day I just saw Miles Teller in Whiplash. So then seeing them in Insurgent and like just in the Divergent world was sort of weird after seeing it like that. It's like now I couldn't hate Peter as much as I wanted to because I'd seen Miles Teller in something else and I actually really liked him as an actor, so then it was like, oh yeah, I can't hate you as much as I want to. Okay, so let's get into discussing the film. So we're going to spoil you if you have not seen the film. Like, if you don't want to be spoiled for everything in the film, you should probably leave now. Okay. I'll see you when you saw the film. Bye! In the beginning, before when he was playing with the little kids in Amity, that was really cute. I really liked that. So when I saw him, it was like, oh, look, here in orange, like the Amity colors, all the light colors, rather than the dark dauntless colors. And he's playing with kids, and he's like swinging the girl on the swing, and that was really cute. Tris could shoot a gun in this, which I was okay with, because it, like, even though it was sort of a big thing in Insurgent that she like couldn't hold a gun because she had trauma over like shooting Will. That sort of annoyed me in Insurgent, so I was sort of glad that it wasn't as big of a thing, like it wasn't really a thing at all in the movie. And when they got to Kandor, I really liked how all the Dauntless were just sort of standing outside Kandor, like, yeah, we just chill right here all day. Like, aren't they doing anything else, just standing there like they know they're coming? And they're like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? I wish we got to see more of Triss's relationship with people like Christina, Uriah, and Marlene, because in the books we really saw their relationship develop, and it meant a lot more to us when like Marlene died because we knew who she was. But in the movie, if you haven't read the book, it's just like, oh yeah, she died, we didn't know who she was. And then we didn't know who Lynn was because we hadn't had that whole sort of part in Divergent that explained to us their relationship and how she got to know some of the Dauntless Borns and how they became friends. Like, in this one, it was like, oh yeah, that's that girl, she fell off the ledge. Sort of like what I said earlier about seeing the people in different films. I really liked Peter a lot more in the film than in the book. I don't know if it's just because I've seen Miles Teller act in other things and I really liked him, or just because they made him a lot better in the movie, like, made him a lot happier. Like, in the book, he was more dark and he stabbed Edward in the eye, you know, in Divergent and everything. But you didn't see that in Insurgent. So, like, you didn't see that side of him in Insurgent. He was more sort of funny, and I liked that. I liked him a lot as a character in Insurgent. Like, I completely hated him in the books. He was like my worst enemy. I just couldn't stand him. And then in the movie, I was like, oh yeah, look, there's Peter again. Just in the very beginning, when you first saw him, and they were at Amity, and they're in line to get the food, and you see him, and he comes up, and he's like, oh, hey, yeah, look at that rainbow over there, yeah, pretty, woo, excuse me, and he's, like, walking by. I liked that. That was really funny, even though after what he said to Triss, that was a bit bad, but, like, you know. And the part where Triss was in the room with the box and everything, and she had gotten Peter's gun off of him, and she, like, had the gun against his head, and she's like, I'll kill him if you don't stop the suicides. And Janine turns around and she's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. I have plenty of other guards. You can shoot them if you want. It's like, what? He's like, and I just really liked that part. That was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. That just, it was really funny. And when he saved her and he was like, well, I said that I was really smart. I guess I should have just listened. And then Four and Tris, they were having that moment there. And he was like, okay, yeah, you can have this moment later. We just really need to get out right now. And then Tris said that she wanted to go get the box. And he was like, we don't have time for this. He's like, well, you chose our sides. You have to help us out now. And he was just like, oh, what did I get myself into? Peter was a lot better in the movie. I really liked him. When I saw the movie the second time, I saw that after like Tris sort of died, after going through the simulation, and Peter turned around, he was sort of smirking because he knew she wasn't actually dead because he did that whole thing. And I was like, oh my god, I can actually see, I saw you smirking there. I know why you're smirking because you made sure that she's pretend dead and she's not actually dead. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I saw what you did there. One thing that really annoyed me about this film was Tobias' mom, Evelyn. She looked like she was almost the same age as Tobias, so she didn't really look like she could be his mom. And she had really nice hair, she was really pretty, and I didn't picture Tobias' mom at all like that because she's been factionless for what, like 12 years or whatever, so I would picture her hair to be a lot more ragged and like she would be more worn from the world. The whole thing with the box and having to open the box was a really good reason for the film, for Janine to have a reason to actually go about finding the divergence and having to kill the divergence and everything, because then she had a reason to have to get the divergence. However, I thought all of the faction leaders knew about the outside world, because I thought that's what they said in either Insurgent or Allegiant. I thought we knew that all the faction leaders knew about the outside world already because they had to be informed, or was that just abnegation? I'm not sure. Ansel Elgort played a very good Caleb because I hated him so much. He saved himself on the train and he was like whacking the guy who attacked him, and then Tris got hurt and she had someone attacking her and he didn't help her. It was like, can I punch you right now? It was like, are you kidding me, Caleb? What the heck? Tris's truth serum scene when they were in Candor, that had me really tearing up almost because I could feel the emotions that Shailene Woodley was using to actually play in that scene. Like, she had tears running down her face, and it was like so heartbreaking to see her have to go through that, but I knew it was going to happen and everything. And sort of along the same lines with the serums, I wish they would have included the happy serum, or like the peace serum from Amity in the beginning, because that one was sort of, I don't really remember the book that much, but I remember that happening. And I think it was sort of funny. I don't really remember. She was like sort of out of it, I remember. I don't know. It was a good scene though, I think. And at the end, they did sort of smush it together because I remember in the book, they escaped Erudite and then they broke back in to get it, and there was the guy who called them insurgents, like he named their group, and then Tris was like, oh, I like that name. And I just remember that happening, and that didn't happen in the book. Like, Janine was the one who was like, there are dangerous insurgents out there. And I don't know, I really liked that part in the book when he named them. Even though that happened, I did like what they did in the movie and how it worked out, because movies can't be forever, I get, and I know it would be really long if you actually did add all that because of just how long that film was without it. And that was like in the middle of the book, I felt like. So it would have been a lot longer if you did add all of the details correctly. And I don't know, I feel like they did a good job of doing it without all of the specific details that some people may have liked. At the end had this like really motivational music going on in the background, like na, and all the people are like gathering together, like all the different factions are gathering together in those like sort of valley-ish sort of things between the buildings. I don't know what they were, but like there was like this valley and they were all gathering together, all the different factions, and they were talking and mixing and everything. And there was like the music in the background. No, I don't even know how it sounded, but it was like really motivational. It was like, nah, like, yeah, we're figuring out all our problems. But I was looking at the people, and it really looked like there was a lot of blue. Like, half the people were erudite. I don't even know where all the other people were, but half the people were erudite, and then the other half of the people were like something else. I didn't see a lot of Candor people, I didn't think. But it was really funny because like, it's motivational music, half the erudites coming out. I was like, where are the area that's getting all these people? Why don't the other factions have as many people as them? Just a thought. Overall, I did really enjoy this movie. I enjoyed it enough to see it twice. And I did get a poster. I talked about it in my Duodecathon vlogs, which aren't up yet because I'm posting this before then, because this is the third day of the Duodecathon as I speak and I'm recording. So those vlogs will be up on Friday, and you'll get to see the poster that I got then, because I talk about it then, and I talk about all my days then during the Duodecathon and what I've read. Mentioning that, are you participating in the Duodecathon? If you aren't, you should. I'll link the video here and in the description talking about what it is. It's just a readathon that I've made that people can participate in, and you try to read as much as you can, and you complete challenges. But anyway, thanks for watching my Insurgent discussion. Tell me what you thought about the movie in the description. I really enjoyed it. I think my favorite part was either the scene with her almost shooting Peter, or I really liked the Sims when she was like Dauntless Sim and she was saving her mother. That thing was really cool. I really liked that, and I really liked all the other Sims. They were really cool too. I think that was a good part of it, because we didn't see Sims in Insurgent, but I really liked that part of Divergent, so I was like, why aren't we seeing them? But I really enjoyed that. Tell me what you thought about it, and I will talk to you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye! Beginning when Thor, his name is Thor, just kidding, Thor. So sort of like and